We're live. We're live. What? Good morning. I might have to cancel my massage. I'm very upset, y'all.
They were January 24.
Do. But I mean, I guess I'll be happy if things come today.
Yeah.
But
I'm not gonna do this.
wow.
Was when there were complaints. I think.
Well, good morning, everybody. Hopefully, I had to make some changes in my computer this morning, and hopefully they are ironed out. It was causing some flutter in the images and the all that stuff. So I'm really hoping that got fixed. So I hope everybody's doing well as we get started. Hope you enjoy the music kind of playing in the background. It is as normal. It's actually it's not Herknunger. I need to change that. While we love Herknunger, I did go back to White Bat Audio. So let me fix that. There we go. So music by Karl Casey at White Bat Audio, which I love, as you guys know. Let me turn it up just a hair. Hopefully you can hear it as we get started. And good morning, Dragon. I see you're up early, huh? We got a lot of really cool news articles to talk about today. We have a hard stop at about 10:45. We have an appointment we've got to get to. At least I hope I can get to it. One of the things we do to treat ourselves is massages, and I have a massage scheduled at noon. Problem is, now they're saying I have a delivery that was supposed to come Wednesday is coming early, which, you know, people should be excited about early deliveries, but I scheduled it for a reason because I'd be home. So there's one thing that's arriving today, and the other thing says arriving by Wednesday. So then I have to sign for it. So it's very irritating.
Do you want me to stay here so you can go for your massage?
No, I would be just as fine canceling mine.
I don't want you to do that.
I mean, I don't either, but we
They
got
don't send
plenty
it.
of time to do them. We can do one next week. You know?
That's true.
But it's up to you. I mean, if you don't want to do yours or you want it okay, then that would be
I
fine.
hate to. You know, when you look forward to it.
That's exactly what I'm thinking, but well, let's see how it goes. It was picked up at 9:42, and it was picked up at Best Buy in Fort Myers. So I don't know how many deliveries there are for this person, or if they're coming straight here, because it doesn't give you an estimated delivery time.
FedEx?
No, Roadie, which is a UPS company.
Oh, I've never heard of them.
They're local. They do local deliveries for like Amazon and stuff.
So they ought to get better times then.
But you would think. I absolutely 100,000% believe massage, and they are covered by a lot of insurances, especially in FSAs, that they are absolutely part of a healthy lifestyle. I'd like to try to pay somebody to come here. We have a massage table. You know, somebody that does mobile massages and have them come to the house. I used to think about doing it in the hotel when I was there, but I always felt it very uncomfortable, even though people do it, inviting somebody to your hotel room to do a massage. But that is a service that a lot of people do. That's like a mobile service. It became a lot more common during COVID too. But it just felt too weird. But I am glad you got some sleep. That's exciting. We were just talking about this morning how sleep affects health so much, and if you don't get enough of it, it could be really bad. I've got some really fun topics today. Most of it is like just current knowledge and some articles I wanted to talk about. And you know what I didn't do? As I always forget this, guys. Let me post real quick. I always forget to do the posting to remind people, and that's usually the ping that gets everybody in.
Who for whom the bell tolls? What's that?
Somebody put it. We'll talk about that too if you want. At everyone, we are live now. Come check. We have some super fun topics today. Unfortunately, no tarot. Come see.
I mean, we have to cancel it.
All right. Got one more post to make, guys. Sorry, I just wasn't paying attention. Get everybody up and moving. Interesting. Winian, I don't think, if I said that right, I don't think I've seen you before, but welcome, welcome. We were just getting started. We've recently made a time change like a month or two ago, so we're an hour earlier than we normally do, so giving a little bit more time for people to hop in. One housekeeping item, we are not doing tarot today because we do have a hard stop, most likely. A couple of scheduling things that are not working out in our favor. So hopefully we'll be able to make it all work out, but because of that, no tarot. But hello and welcome.
Hello and welcome.
Welcome. Got a really couple of cool topics today. Like we're doing a little bit different. Most of this is going to be some articles that we read that were really hot topics. I'd like to spread them out, but they're up now, so I wanted to talk about them, and then I want to talk a little bit about deities and kind of how that and what that means to most people, and see where that conversation goes. Now, we usually do pull cards at the end of every show, but unfortunately won't be able to. Yeah. Bob Bobson, welcome in. Yes, sir. That is the way to start it.
Good morning.
Even though I have reduced my caffeine intake, I still have my decaf coffee ready to go. I'll light a little incense stick here in a minute. If I can find a good one. I'm going to have to get up. Good Lord. If you guys can hear the music in the background, this is one of my favorites. This is White Bat Audio by Karl Casey, and it is streaming free, royalty free. So if you're interested in using it, please take it. Joy, welcome.
Good morning.
We're so glad to see you. We have a gift for you that we need to get. We were out and we just saw it. I'm like, oh my God, we have to get this.
We got to take it to you.
Handmade thing. And it was like, this is just joy. And so we hope you like it, but we need to bring it to you. But we're glad you made it. And today's a busy, busy day. We got a lot packed through most of the daytime, but this next week or coming weekend, we should sign something up and get it together.
And drive it to her.
Thanks, Winian. I appreciate that. We've been going since a little bit, maybe just a little bit before Hurricane Ian, right?
Oh,
that's probably 6 months into it.
I feel like we did
maybe
this
a year.
Like when COVID started.
We started it with COVID, but it kind of went in and out a bit. We've been consistent for probably 2 or 3 years. 3 years.
So we did this, and I feel like the Keith in person with our small group kind of close together. Maybe I misremember.
Yeah, next Saturday at 2, Joy. We will mark that on the calendar.
You got it. Yes, ma'am.
I think we talked about that too. So
tea.
We'll have a spot of tea. If you're interested, after this show over on Adia's Date will be Coffee and Satan, I think.
Yeah. Is that the one he does 3 times a week?
Yeah.
So it's today. And was it Wednesday and Friday? I don't want to
Wednesday,
misspeak.
Friday, Sunday, I believe.
Wednesday, Friday, Sunday.
So check that out. Apocrypha last night was a freaking great show. I really enjoyed that one. I enjoy all of them, but that one was. And I hate to say it, Addy's Date. If you ever see this video, love you. But when Dyra is on, it's just a really good show. I'm sorry. Whenever Black Magic Dyra is on the show, it is just it's good. Yeah, it's really good. Like she adds so much to it. Not that it wasn't before.
Great presence.
But yeah. And really the amount of intelligence she brings to it and like knowledge and the back, it's just
she just tells you flat out,
No.
And it's not like
no, we're not doing I can't even do an accent now, it's gonna sound terrible.
It's just like, no.
Yeah. It's hilarious. So we'll get our video going in a second. We do invite you to do the invocation or really not invocation, the circle opening with us if you want. You don't have to. Obviously, it's our kind of eclectic pagan version of things that we do. If you want to go with us, great. We appreciate it. If not, just give us a second to get through this and we'll get ourselves going. And then we're going to start right with Winyan's first question because that is right on topic. And correct me if I'm saying that wrong. So you want to start?
Oh, yes. Hear me, friends and ancestors from the East. Hear my voice, carried on the arity of clarity and truth. Watch over us as we cast our circle of safety and love.
See me, friends and ancestors from the South. See my flame of passion and creation seared into the energy of the universe. Watch over us as we cast our circle of limitless possibilities.
Feel me, friends and ancestors from the West. Feel my love, fear, sadness, and joy, washed into the waters of the rivers of compassion. Watch over us as we cast our circle of connection and motion.
Reach me, friends and ancestors from the north. Reach my feet and hands, the earth in my toes and the work of my fingers. Watch over us as we cast our circle of grounding and protection.
Know me, friends and ancestors from the ether. Know my intent, know my heart, and know my spirit. Watch over us as we ask you all to join us in perfect love and perfect trust.
Hear, see, feel, reach, and know that the circle is safe, the circle is sacred, and the circle is cast.
Yeah, that was a really good show last night.
It really was. And if you see us at night, you can tell how terrible the camera is versus how it is with lights.
Yeah, we got to get some good
Live life like a book, Florida would ban.
I represent the planetary court.
Friends of the Christian.
I'm friends of the Christian in Bonita, Florida.
Bonita Springs,
where women ruled and men were the propaganda.
Yeah.
Planetary court.
Planetary court.
That was so cool. That's really neat.
That was really neat.
You probably don't know what we're talking about. That's just what's left of a settlement here in Florida. It's really neat. Probably a lot like built to replicate what it was like.
Yeah, I think a lot of people probably do recognize and know that from here. I mean, there's been a lot of stories about it. So if you're from the Florida area, then you probably know about it, or if you've lived here like we have.
Planetary court.
Planetary court. So I want to answer this question first. We're going to jump right in. I still want to talk about our stuff we normally do, but I like this question. Excuse me. Can't clear my throat.
Clear.
Thank you. I think probably very similar to what Dragon has said. The 4 main altars in the house, large shrine area, 2 permanent altars outside, and we'll eventually be adding more. I love the outside. We're starting ours finally. We start our outdoor stuff with a fae garden, which is kind of cool. So we're doing that.
For a long time, that was my main altar.
Yeah.
Like all summer, one year, I just went out there and just took offerings, just sat there, and very simple.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that one got destroyed by the hurricane, and the tree went with it, which was very sad. As a matter of fact, here's a part of the part of the tree right here.
Oh wow!
That is one of the branches.
The oak tree. That is so cool.
We kept a whole bunch of the pieces. I just couldn't get rid of them, but
So, and I have like little one at work too. Usually I don't where I work now, but
Yeah.
I just put a little thing, even in a corner, even in a drawer, on a shelf. It's
a
really
little something.
nice just to walk by and look at every day.
So yeah, I kind of thinking the same thing, Bob. We separate shrines. Um, there's something I don't like about the word shrine. It for me, like in my head, it just brings too much worship behavior thought processes, and that's my own personal problem. That's not something that like I probably need to work through. But for our house, we have altars to the elements, but we also have kind of like a joint altar that has our main things on them, and it is mixed because I have a different pantheon than Rook does for a lot of things. So if you look at our main altar, that this is where we kind of start stuff, and this is where I go to just really get things initiated when we're doing magic. We have Rook's Ganesha, I have Cernunnos and Caradwyn on that altar, and that is kind of like the main altar, and that's really for just getting into the magical space and getting things working. Shrine wise, I don't know if you can see. I'll see if I can move our camera. Because shrine wise, behind us, it's going to cut it off a little bit. Back behind me, you're going to see what I have as a shrine, really to Cernunnos, Pan, and the Green Man. But there's a Green Man statue back there that Rook commissioned or had commissioned for me.
And from Britain.
From Britain, yeah, UK. It's really nice.
An artist named Claire. Claire Obscure.
We need to call her again because I want a consort. So anyway, that's mine, and that has it's very earth related. It's very Green Man because that's my main focus right here, and then it's got some other Green Man things. My a petrified wood dish that I give for offerings, my mushrooms and stuff here, and then some specific spheres and things that I like and little things, and then at the bottom is where I do shadow work and actually do my working, and then over here on Rook's side. That is Santa Muerta.
I need to tend to her.
Santa Mutra. Sant Mutra.
Santa Mutra.
And you can't see it, but there's lots of money and I think smokes and tobacco and things on there.
I need to
Chocolate.
Replace that with weed. She likes weed better.
But that is the side that Rook uses. Really, those are the main shrines that we have. But then we also have some small things around the house too, so it's not all just one thing. But I would say that's probably the main thing that we do.
You want to do a Ganesha one?
I'm hitting every button but the one I need, so guys, hold on.
Little altar to Ganesha.
It goes back down here. There we go. This angle makes me look fat.
I don't think so.
Just kidding. Yeah, definitely. I'm just being funny either way. But yeah, so this is that's what it is. And behind us, you can actually kind of see that third row up is actually our altar to the earth. So it is. There's no books on that one specifically, but that's kind of where they are. So
good morning, Kelvin.
If we count all of the things that we have, not including the rock shrines, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have an ancestor altar that's very specific. That's 5. We have 6. So we have 8. 8 different altars with different dedications on them. That's kind of where that comes from. So that's a really cool question. I like it.
Oh, nice, Winnie.
Yeah, I agree 100%, Dragon. But even in my practice of dedication, I still have a problem with the word worship. And again, it's an internal thing. It's a Christian thing for me that just I have a problem with it. I need to probably do some shadow work someday on and get over. But I really specific. I kind of run it to dedication or call it dedication instead. And that really helps me, work through it better. She might actually be here very soon.
Oh, that would be cool. It's neat to see how like cross are tied to different things, the deities. Like Santa Muerte has ties or correspondences to Catholicism.
Yeah.
But way different.
Let's talk about that.
And then I know yours represents the masculine, but it has many names.
Well, see, that's one of the funny things. Like, there's, good morning, Gemini Ryan.
Morning.
Hello, and blessed be to you. Kelvin, I didn't say good morning to you. Sorry about that. Good morning.
I did.
I heard you because you interrupted in the middle of a sentence. I was waiting until an appropriate place. Something you don't know how to do.
I do not.
I'm aware. Huh. What was I saying?
Interesting about.
the
I
Green
said
Man.
that yours has different names, but you're saying, well, interesting. Da, da, da.
So the Green Man is what I dedicate to. That's my dedication, and I dedicate to that because the Green Man has many representations. And for me, underneath the Green Man archetype is every god and goddess. And that might be a little different than some people do because there is a Green Woman consort, which I tend to consider the Green Woman for me as Ellen of the Ways. That is something that's very close to me. So when I see the Green Woman, I think of Ellen of the Ways, the woman who's giving the direction, who's walking you to the crosses between different worlds and getting you where you need to go. And she holds your hand when you're dying. That's who I kind of feel like is when you're terminal. She's the one that comes and walks you across the crossroads into your new life. But that's the Green Man and Green Woman concept. So under the Green Man archetype, I include the Green Woman and Green Man together. But I do want a consort for him, and I want a more feminized, androgynous, but feminized version of him to have that energy to balance him out. Because he's definitely the masculine energy. We had him built that way.
Joy. Speaking
She's
of
out.
Green Man and Green Woman, they're popped out, but they're looking like towards, like their eyes.
They're looking towards the TV.
Their eyes are going toward like southish. But they're face front, but their eyes. It's very odd.
Yeah,
they change, but their eyes are looking that way.
Yeah.
Do you see that, or am I crazy?
No, I see it, especially him.
Yeah, you can really tell. It's crazy how they do that. They're definitely.
So the Green Man is extremely. It is the central part of what I do. I also like to work with the different interpretations of what I consider the Green Men too, which are and are not like together. Which is like Cernunnos, Pan, Hern the Hunter. But breaking it down to me, it's, I don't want to say it's all the same because each one of those has a different aspect to me, kind of like the youth, the father, the sage. But yeah, so that's kind of where I see and how I see things. I see Pan as the youth. I see Hern the Hunter as the father, and I see Cernunnos as the sage. But again, those are just kind of my feelings on it. I've read, that's one of my favorite things to read. Like, there's a lot of really good books on the Green Man, just like architecturally, in the UK and in Europe, and from churches that were built 1,000 years ago that have these images in them, like Christian churches, and when they were trying to, it's really neat. It's a real big piece of my practice. But he needs a consort. I really want to get that done someday. And I keep remembering it when we see it, but then I don't do it. But yeah, so that's kind of my thought on it. And then there's other things that the Green Man represents too to me. But I've worked with Dionysus before, which I do not consider the same as the Green Man, but I feel kind of fits under the Green Man archetype a little bit, but a little bit more on the feminine side and a little bit moving. Dragon the Green Devil, I've never heard of. I want to hear about that.
And you're probably right. That's a good point. Dragon, they're watching the hurricane.
Yeah.
And then shield of protection.
Aaron can fuck right off.
Oh, that's nice.
You hear me?
Joy. Mm-hmm.
Aaron can fuck right off.
Yeah, I don't even want to speak her name. I was in the beginning, but I don't want to give her any energy. But we just can't. The Green Devil. I would like to read more about that.
Yeah, I'd like to hear about the Green Devil. Dragon. That's not something I've heard of. I've heard of like lots of things. The Wood Woes. I read a really good book, scholarly written, that talks about the kind of connection between the two, and how Green Man was a big part of the pagan church, kind of converting over. But yeah, no, that's pretty awesome. I've never heard that.
Ooh, aspect of the Green Man.
I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna need to know more. Gemini, glad to hear it. Like I said, we've been doing this for a couple of years.
Gemini Rain. Did I say that right? Gemini Rain.
2020,
Right.
probably. But we have a really open idea here. Anything anybody wants to talk about, we're open to have the conversation as long as it doesn't put anybody down or cause any issues. That's what we do. Normally,
Nice.
we have a very organized process, and we end with tarot. We are not doing tarot or cards today because we have an appointment that we have to get to by 12 noon. So that we probably won't have time to do. And we kind of go through a normal process when we talk here, but we really, the number one thing that we want to make sure that everybody knows, especially if you're new, that guy has been walking around like 4 times. Good for him. With a heavy pack and weights. Our south window faces the road, and we're seeing people walk in our neighborhood.
Which is what we have been starting to do.
We have been doing it. We've been very faithful about it. We're going to do it today.
Ooh, the poison.
But yeah, so we what's most important to us, we actually stopped doing the show for a while because we're not the masters of this stuff. We're not the know-alls. And we didn't feel, or at least I felt, I don't want to speak for you, I felt a little imposter syndrome of we're getting on here and talking about stuff, but we're really here to learn from everybody and hear what everybody has to say, not just us saying things that we've learned, right? So we kind of canceled for a while and then realized we need to start back up, but the premises has to be, we need to hear what you guys think and what your ideas are, and we need to talk about those. So keep that in mind too. We love to hear the conversation. We have topics to get things going, but wherever it goes is where it goes.
That's what I've always enjoyed about this. Our time here is it's all the stuff I've learned from everybody. I really I like to have the conversation and interactive.
Yeah, and go back last week we had Dragon Alchemist on. We talked about a little bit of foraging, but mostly about shrooms, which was really cool. I did some foraging and got some mushrooms myself to make some dye powders out of, or dye out of, which is nice. I'm gonna go back up, make sure we hit everything, right?
When you 30 minutes.
Yeah, when you altars about the Christian practices, sometimes pray to the gods, don't as often associate prayer with Christianity. Yeah, that's different. I try to not call it prayer and just be like dedication or energy, whatever other words for it, because I have kind of feel the same way. The poison path, yes, Joy, I love that too. That's funny. Face of agreement in the old school. That's a lot. There's a lot of stuff about that.
See, I'm not comfortable with angels.
It took me a while to be comfortable with prayer. I actually took a year and did daily prayer morning and night. I didn't start with deities. I started with gratitude. Yeah, absolutely. I still have an aversion to the word prayer. I'm not perfect, and I know that there's a specific reason for that, like, because of what I've been through. So just don't use the word prayer personally. It doesn't make me feel bad. And if I have a friend who I know is Christian and they're having a hard time, I will say, like, I'll pray for you. Like I believe I didn't used to be able to do that, but now I can. I say, I'll pray for you. And they're like, well, you're not Christian. Like, that's okay. I can still pray for you. My God might look different, but it's the same energy to me. So I appreciate it. Yeah, we do it every Sunday. We do cancel a couple here and there, but please, we welcome you back. I appreciate you coming.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Lyndon.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop by anytime.
Yeah. And so that's really as much detail as I can give without going into our reading about Green Man. So I wanted to switch over for you to talk a little bit about Ganesha. Because Ganesha's been in your life for a very long time.
Gosh, since probably 2015, and I didn't even know. Like, we lived in Northern Virginia, and maybe I noticed it more, but I hadn't been aware. I would start seeing elephants, and then I would see things about Ganesh, and then I had a therapist because I work at a healthcare facility who went to India. Bindi.
Beanie.
Beanie.
I think it was Benny. It was Benny.
And she had heard me talk about it, and then she brought me a little statue painted in gold. It's not real, of course, but this thing has meant a lot to me because of the energy. I think of where it came from. It came from India, and I like it's about starting new, and Ganesh. A big theme is moving obstacles, but what I And that term, what it's always meant to me, he has helped me to see and remove the obstacles that I kind of put in my way, and to kind of see clearly, and how to remove them, what to do to improve or to move forward. But it is very interesting. Like, he's got the head of an elephant, and why is that? Because Parvati was lonely because Shiva was out doing whatever, battle or whatever. So she created Ganesh out of turmeric. I think it was turmeric paste or powder or something.
Turmeric, yeah.
Turmeric. And then she was good, and it was all good. Well, she was taking a bath one day and had him guarding so no one could enter, and Shiva came and was denied entry and was furious. So he chopped off Ganesh's human head. And then Parvati was so sad, she was inconsolable. Shiva realized what he did and promised to replace his head with the first living creatures, which happened to be an elephant. And that's what happened. So I don't know all the background, but definitely Ganesh has been something that's just been there to me, calling to me constantly for years, like 10 years now.
Yeah, I mean, even the tattoo you got, I think, was really neat. And I love, like, we have quite a few Ganesha statues in the house. My favorite, personally, is the jade one.
Yeah.
It's a little too big for us to get on camera, but it's, I'd say, like, a little over a foot, about a foot. And then we have quite a few little ones around the house that are just really neat.
It's always been a calming presence, and I didn't know what the heck Ganesh was or any of that stuff. It just
and even though you're not a practicing Hindu,
no,
I like the idea that you can work with deities outside of that. That's kind of the eclectic path.
it was the first deity that called to me before I was even pagan.
Oops, sorry, baby. I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
before I even identified as being a pagan. So thank you.
You always put your nose right under my foot.
Thank you, Betty.
Sorry, kicked my dog's nose again. She puts her nose like right under my foot.
Oh, Jim, I started my channel with the purpose of sharing my pagan life.
Yes.
Just slam constant. Because the witches around Salann. We're
Yeah.
all year, not just Salann.
Appreciate it, Gemini. If you have a quick second before you go, do you still post videos? Like, do you still
What's
do
your
videos and stuff
channel?
on your channel? Because we can.
We'd like to
Be
check
more
it
than
out.
happy to check it out and share it. So let us know if it's just your name, and we'll check it out.
She can see the puppies. Puppy fan. Little buddy, there's no sun today, buddy. He's so cute.
Oh, sorry, I'm in the way. My bad.
I love you, Finn.
That's Finny, right there and behind my shoulder. That's my
He's
buddy.
trying to get some sun.
Yep,
It's a spot.
that is my buddy.
Oh, cool.
Well, we have followed.
Oh, we have followed, and I'm gonna go on my own. Hold on.
So-
I'm gonna go on my own.
Awesome. We're gonna check that out a little bit later. So, guys
Let me follow you.
and girls and everyone else, feel free to check it out. We'll head over there and check out some of those videos and shorts.
Here we go. Gemini.
Very cool. Thanks for stopping in. I'm glad you stopped in. So, yeah, and God, there's so much more we can talk about. What Gemini Ryan said too about people throwing so many witch things up around Samhain.
Was it Ryan?
Yeah. No, Rayn. Did I say Ryan? Who knows? I probably did. Gemini Ryan. Oh Lord, I'm going too fast this morning, but also going too slow at the same time, right?
There she goes. Let me get it.
Yeah, Bob, that's I love that too. It's I love that. It's beautiful. We'll check it out. And glad you stopped in. Seriously, we just want to do just what do we do each day? Like, what do we do to make magic in our lives and have something within what we do, and that's all it is. So I'm with you. I love Samhain and Halloween. Mabon is my literal favorite time of the year. I like Samhain, but I love Halloween as Halloween. right?
Said it right.
Yeah.
Rain.
Yeah. That's probably it too, because we're in a real turbulent time in general. Plus, we have a lot of turbulence in the environment. So we've had some really good storms lately too, kind of spinning off here. So that was fun. But yeah, no, they're pushing him away. He's fading a little bit though to her, isn't he?
Yeah, like I could, like it's hard to make out his eyes now. I could see them clearly
Same.
earlier.
Oh,
That is so cool.
we'll have to show you what we're talking about at some point.
Yeah,
That is
Joy.
one of my favorite things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Joy crafted this.
Yeah.
A green one, a green woman shield, but it's like it's alive, literally. It's
It was
not
a
like a.
birthday present a couple years ago. It's probably like the most meaningful thing I've ever gotten. She did. It also made me a little pendulum up there in a pendulum cloth that I use. Um, I enjoy Yule, but we're going to enjoy it again this year with silver and blue, I think, instead of red and green, and see if that helps me.
I'm learning to distinguish it from Christmas.
That's my problem. I have
I'm
work
able
to do.
to do it because of the experiences we've had with, like the bardic experience of Yule with at the UU with Joy and
Yeah.
Holly that year and everybody. It was nice.
I
And
love
the magic.
Yeah, I love Yule, but I'm an August baby, August 29th. And the transition from summer to fall is where I come alive. And the fall, just the fall, and that's one thing I'm really upset with. This is probably my biggest thing about Florida and living in Florida that I'm upset with and frustrated with is that there's no seasons.
The fall, like the only thing you can
Well,
feel
there
it
are, but
in the air by the tone, the color of the sky and the hues, but you don't feel like the crisp breeze and the
that's what
smell of the leaves and the dirt.
Mm-hmm. That's what I miss. That's what I miss. That changeover. When I'm from Virginia, and when the seasons change, they change, and you have a full season, and those golden leaves. There's a part in Northern Virginia where you're driving, and as you go around the area and you come down and kind of search around, it looks like a pot of gold.
Oh.
And it's a valley that you go in and like Fairfax County, and just looking over it, like usually all you see for miles is a forest of green, gold, and yellow and red, and it's just like I cried just driving there. Like I don't know what it is about the fall, but
I'd love to go to West Virginia and see the fall time.
Yeah.
I bet it's really pretty as well. I miss that. I mean, I love to be away from the cold, but it's really hot here in the summer. I love that part, but maybe we'll be sunbirds one day and go do the opposite and go where the fall is.
yeah.
Instead of snowbirds, we'll be sunbirds.
Well, that's like the thing with my work. The traveling. I like staying home, but honestly, I'm thinking I might just make a trip to Pennsylvania.
Your roots?
Yeah, in like September, if I can, and use that to my advantage with the seasons and try to make it work that way, because there's something about it that you do miss down here. There's seasons, but Florida seasons are not the seasons that make me feel home. I live here and I probably will live here forever, but this isn't my final home. Like, it just doesn't feel fully like connections.
No, I don't want snow ever, but fall would be nice.
I'm so disagreement with you on that.
Oh God.
Move.
Snow is
Happy
messy.
Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Snow
Happy
is-
Sunday.
But snow is designed for me. Watching it is beautiful. You know that. Seeing it in Texas, remember how pretty it was coming down when you're watching it? And it reminds you of the hearth. You can't go outside anymore. You can't be in it. It's cold, but your family is inside surrounding the hot hearth, and you go outside to get firewood. You can freeze, and you can recognize what your ancestors did as they were trying to make this work, and you come back into this warm fireplace and family. That's winter.
Now, I will say two things I like about snow. The magical way almost that it dampens everything, the sound,
Yeah.
like it mutes sound. And then the smell of snow is just amazing to me.
Mystic Manny, no worries.
Mystic Manny, hey.
I like snow.
Welcome.
I like seasons. I think is the better way to say it. I really like seasons, and I'm trying harder to see them down here, but it's hard.
The only one I can definitely tell in fall by the more golden and orange color of things,
Yeah.
but that's about the only thing I can tell.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. So we really went on all kinds of topics today. I like that.
Oh, what's that? Joy, that's way
Yep.
real for me.
Self care with drawing. That's what Yule's all about. You have, and I do that too. I really hardcore withdraw. Um, I to almost to a fear point not too long ago. I'd say 10 years ago, 5-10 years ago. I introvert. I get really distant. I don't like to talk to people. I don't want to be bothered. I get really weird around Yule. But once I work through some of that shadow work, I definitely feel more comfortable with the family part of things and the having some merriment. But Yule is still a time for me about going inward and staying to myself and being within myself, and that's what Yule is really about, right? It's you definitely have to find joy in things other than the earth at those moments.
I find I really rest well during Yule.
Yeah.
That's what that time helps me with. Just think like everything
Yep.
normally would be dead and cool and
See, for me down here, Yule is the time to go out and be on the motorcycles and stuff because of the weather.
oh,
But
well,
it
that's
doesn't
true.
match how I feel, and that's kind of the descent there.
Ah, your birthday.
Dissonance.
That's right, Kelvin. Birthday's the best one.
Absolutely agreed.
The most holy of all holidays is your birthday.
That's awesome, Tabati. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, and we're heading into it. And you know what's really cool to me about the fall is this Mabon between Lunasa and Mabon is when you start. It's like the setting moon, right? Like you start to setting moon, the crescent moon, the waning moon. You start feeling it going towards that, and there's this feeling of I don't want to say reverence, but I'm so excited, and my excitement is starting to wane a little bit as I go from Lunasa to Mabon, or August, autumn equinox, whatever you would call it, and I start feeling this reverence for kind of what was and this peace, and that's why Mabon is one of my favorite times because I start to feel it just such a peaceful transition to me, and it feels like what I hope death feels like is this peaceful transitioning into things that are slow and cold for a minute, but the cycle always restarts. I believe that with life too, that when we start to cycle down, when we have death in our life, that we cycle back around in a different way. So I don't know. That's my Mabon thing.
Where's Manny? Your friend Manny's on here.
Nutella.
Oh, she gave me
Nutella's been
kisses.
doing
Oh.
very good.
She's been giving me sweet kisses. This is my buddy here.
Yeah, the balance.
Time.
Yeah, it's that and more just the transition. I find it very interesting. Like in the equinox and the solstices, we talk a lot about like whether it's balance or the heightening or the longest shortest days, all that stuff. I think a lot of times people forget to talk about that one day is one day, yes, but this transition is a transition. It's not one day. So even the solstice and the equinox, they represent that one day, the longest, the shortest, the equals, right? But it also is just one day on a transition, and you feel and work through that transition. It kind of makes things roll a lot better.
Sweet.
Yeah, Dragon, that's funny. I like that.
Thank you, my buddy.
I think that's awesome. So I'm gonna check. Do you have anything else you want to talk about with Ganesha? I feel I kind of covered my stuff.
No, just that I kind of want to talk. We have time, like 2 minutes about my experience Friday night, though. No, just that I want to start connecting with Ganesh and scheduling that time in every day, just even 10 minutes, 5 minutes, just to do that.
Yeah.
So Friday night, there was this, I work in healthcare, and there was a dinner scheduled with a doctor. My marketing people, and this doctor gives us referrals. I was like, God, it's at 6:30. I just want to cancel. Like, I just want to get home. I thought, no. I committed to going, and oh my God. When I got there, this doctor, this is a medical doctor, as soon as I got there, I just felt this strong energy, almost if like I was having Reiki done or something like that. And I'm so glad I went. She's a physician that does right medicine, but she also does energy work, energy healing. She goes to shamans. And if you go see her, you might get a prescription for a medication, but also a book to read and a prescription to go have Reiki done. A lot of what they do, what she does in her office. And it's not often that I feel that, but you definitely remember it when you're in the presence of someone that's like magical or has a lot of energy. And I felt through that conversation, like about 3 hours Friday, it felt like I was cleared, like I was grounded, and I don't know how to explain it, just like reset. So I did not expect that for a medical doctor to be into energy work and all that stuff. So, needless to say, I'm gonna sign up for her to be my primary care, and see how it goes. But yeah, she said one of the first things she'll do when a patient comes in is she's doing an energy or a bio scan of them to see. So it is really, really, really cool. And that's what happened to me Friday night. And I'm still like buzzing from it. Well, I want to catch on what y'all are saying for autumn. That's just the peak, the transition on either side. The building two energies around them. One day I will see that. You happen once. See there you're happy, you'll happen again. Hawaiian culture. Oh, neat. Tibeti. I've heard, I think of just one Hawaiian or Pacific Island deity, Pele. That'd be that's definitely interesting. Cool. It's really interesting. Yeah. All right. That's all I had. Hey, Finn.
He's my buddy. Oh, he's so handsome.
Benny boy.
He's a handsome boy. All right.
Dr. Paz sent me a meditation to do, guided meditation.
All right. Studying Hawaiian culture, that's really cool.
Pele.
Kokopele. We did a little bit one year when we were doing writing our own rituals and stuff. We did one for Hawaiian deity. It was one of our sun things one year. Lono, I've never heard of. Not sure what that is, Tibeti. When she says look into the traditions, I wonder what that more deeply. Is that what you were talking about? Did Dr. Paz have a tradition she talked about, or?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she talked about it a lot. She goes to like shamans and stuff, and I wonder if there's actual shamans here because I think the one she went to was like in another country, like Iraq or somewhere. Not that specifically, but where she was.
Yeah.
And she
I love that idea. We should talk to her more.
There was a word she told me to look at it. It's like geopolar or something. It's a frequency. She's very into physics and metaphysics and science. She goes, I'm a doctor.
Too.
She goes, I'm a doctor. And we're into science. And most scientists believe in energy work. So it's really cool. Folks, so...
I agree. Joy, 100%. You mentioned in studies that further back we go, the source is universal. I absolutely 10,000 million % believe that and feel that. I don't know much about that, but I feel it. We've always talked about that, how all these things converge at some point. The energy's there. It's just we have to relearn how to use it. And use it's the bad word. Relearn how to even work with it. I don't like. Relearn how we are within it. But yeah, so that's very cool. We do need to wind down a little bit because we're gonna have to go relatively soon. We got about 10 minutes before we need to start to hop skip out of here. But there are two articles I wanted to bring up. We're not going to get through them all. They are on the Wild Hunt, but I wanted to bring them up because
They're interesting.
they're very interesting, and I think they'll give you guys some good resource or information to look at. So if you haven't been to wildhunt.org, this is one of the places we get our pagan news from. It's very neat. I love how they're written. They're written easy to read, and it's just something I rather enjoy. So I'm going to share the screen real quick with this, and then we're going to call it a day. This right here, this is written by Storm Fairywolf. Storm is an author. We have a lot of his books. He's very well known, connected with a couple of other individuals that we very much enjoy. Devin Hunter. Oh God, now I'm going to forget all the names and feel like an asshole.
Storm Fairy Wolf, that group?
Yeah.
No, Devin Hunter, Chaz Bogan?
Chaz, yeah.
Right?
And there's a couple other that are kind of work together or know each other and kind of do a lot of these things. And I really enjoy reading everything that they do just about. But this is, and I'm not going to be able to read through it, but it's called The Eye, the Flame, and the Shield, Protection in American Folk Magic. I read this earlier today and found it very interesting. And it talks about doing protection magic and some of the folk ways that people did protection using the icons of, or the concepts of the shield, which is for actual protection, right? The flame, which is the offensive protection, and the eye, which is increasing your eye. So you have the watchful eye of protection, making your perception higher so you can protect yourself from problems. And so then there's a little shield spell at the bottom. I'm going to try this. I'm leaving it up because this is something I think is really cool. I will also paste this in Discord so that you guys can go to this exact link if that's what you need or if that's what you want to do. Because it's just very, very neat. And I'm going to post these. There's a place in our Discord called Show Links. It's in the text channel, so that's where I'm going to post them so you can get to them. The other one that I wanted to go over is the Christian Assassin. So this story is about this asshole, which is a Christian fundamentalist. To keep it simple, it is more than that. If you want to read the article, it goes into some really great detail. But it really talks about this guy. This is the guy that killed the 2 Minnesota people, the lawmaker and her husband, along with wounding another senator and his wife. And it talks about where he came from, the Christ of the Nations Institute, CFNI, how he became who he is. Christian, Republican, yet again,
terrorist,
white man, domestic terrorist.
They are.
And yet we're not talking about this anymore. I don't think I saw it in the news after that day, like maybe once or twice. So very good read, especially when it comes to this very last piece. And I will read this. We cannot afford to ignore this rhetoric. While there's no direct evidence that Bolter targeted pagans or witches, the broader ideological environment he came from undoubtedly regards us as adversaries. We're already seeing an uptick in rhetoric framing paganism as a threat, and in some cases, behavior aimed at silencing, discrediting, and driving us out of public space. What do? Stay informed, remain visible, support one another, and know that the system of belief fueling this extremist are not abstract. They are growing, organized, and even more politically active. And this is a really good article, especially if you're a little bit into politics, and I just found it very important. And it made me, I really wanted to engage with it and share it, but we're running out of time. And then the last one I want you guys to look at, if you want to, is the editorial and Supreme Court returns.
Oh, sorry, baby. Sorry. No, baby. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry. It's okay. Shh. They can't hear us talking, little baby. Shh. Guys. Enough. Tina, enough. It's okay. Enough. Tina, stop. He's okay. He's okay. He's okay. Oh my God. It's okay. Is that what you were waiting for?
Yeah.
He's It's okay. Well, I'm glad you don't have to cancel your thing.
I'm glad it came.
Yeah.
So we can go. Sorry about that, guys. Did you go over any of it?
I couldn't because
just
they were
loud.
barking. Yeah.
Sorry, they're so loud.
It's okay. She was worried about you.
This is a really good article about the Supreme Court, a recent ruling that the Supreme Court did. But it was a 4-4 split, and it only passed because one of the individuals on the Supreme Court, Amy Coney Barrett, recused herself. Because she recused herself, they upheld an old ruling, and this is all about using federal funds and taxes for a charter school that is religious-based Christian, of course. And we don't want that. Nobody should for any reason. Even if they ever did it, Christianity is so big that pagans, some people said, well, if they do it, then we'll just do a pagan one. Like I said earlier, I'm like, yeah, but they're way bigger than us. They would trample us.
And they organize.
So
Organized.
This is a good thing that it happened this way, but a bad thing that it was so close to being split. So check those out. Sorry, my mouse is being a little bit of a pain in the butt. I'm putting all those links in the show links in Discord so that you guys can access them if you're interested. Really good articles, great reading. It was really cool. And that is it for today. I apologize that we're not going to be doing any tarot today, but we do have, like I said, to get going. And really wanted to get through those articles because I think some of it's just so important for us to really, know, be aware of, and see the things around. If you haven't been to our Discord, please check it out. There's the Discord link. Not a whole lot of conversation going on our Discord. It's got a lot of stuff in it, all over the place. We're not very good at responding quickly, but we do respond. So just know that we're trying to get it up. Bob, there should be a Sears Guild every week, and I'm going to say yes every week. But every Wednesday, I forget until 9 o'clock. I have set new alarms and new reminders so that we can do the Sears Guild this week. Sears Guild is every Wednesday at 7:45 in Discord. We talk about, right now we're doing tarot, but we're going to talk about different things over time. Different ways of seeing, which means cards, pendulums, runes, oracle, whatever. Whatever you want. We're going to have those conversations around those things. So yes, we are still going to do it. Joy, you should see us Saturday at 2, at least.
Yes.
If not earlier. We try to get there by 1. I think 1 is the thing, but... Yes. Well, yeah, if you can just show up, you certainly can. But I have set all kinds of alarms to remind myself, and we have a friend that's close to us that's here, and I've told her to text me because she gets in usually too. But man, I just keep forgetting. So.
Thank you.
Love it.
Betty.
Yeah,
Always
I do
good
love
to
the
see you.
tarot.
We have a lot to share. Yeah,
We
good.
do.
We had to
We
catch
do.
up. Us too.
Alrighty, guys and girls, and everyone that's in here, every energy, every being, every dog that's watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great week. And in closing, from the north, Widdershins to the east, undoing the circle that is cast, may it be open, but unbroken.
Have a great Sunday.
Deuces,
Good week.
bye-bye.
Be kind, bitches.
Oh yeah, you need to do that.
I need to do
You need to do that. He needs to do